Have you ever felt like your life was formless, empty, or just covered in darkness? A bit chaotic, maybe lacking purpose? If so, you're not alone. In fact, this feeling is described in one of the most profound verses in the entire Bible. It's the starting point for all creation. And it's also the starting point for every new beginning in our own lives. Today, we're going deep into Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. Let's read it together. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. This isn't just a description of the early earth. It's a powerful metaphor for the state of our own souls before God's transformative touch. Let's break down that first part. The earth was without form and void. Spiritually, this points to a state of chaos and emptiness that we can all experience. Without form suggests confusion, a lack of structure, or a sense of having no clear purpose. Void speaks of a deep inner emptiness, an absence of life, meaning, or direction. It's that feeling of, is this all there is? This perfectly mirrors the human condition before we truly encounter God. Our inner world can feel shapeless, disordered, and spiritually barren. Here, as the first major revelation, every single one of us has a Genesis 1-2 season. It's that period in life when your soul feels dark, formless, and empty. Maybe you're in that season right now. But here's the good news. This is not the end of your story. It's simply the stage set for a new creation, for a profound transformation that is about to take place. It's the darkness just before the dawn. Now, let us look at the next phrase. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. The word for deep in Hebrew is Tiyam. It represents the unfathomable, mysterious depths of existence. Think of it as your subconscious, the unknown, the unlit corners of your own being that you haven't explored or understood yet. And this is crucial. The darkness here isn't portrayed as something evil. It's simply the absence of light. It's pure, untapped potential just waiting to be illuminated. That deep represents the mystery of our inner life, the unformed potential of our spirit. It's all the things we could be, but aren't yet. So, here's the second revelation. God is not afraid of your darkness. He doesn't run from your confusion, your emptiness, or your questions. In fact, the verse tells us He is right there in the midst of it. His Spirit hovers precisely where our own understanding fails. What seems like a chaotic, empty mess to us is, in God's eyes, the perfect raw material for His creative power. He sees a masterpiece waiting to be sculpted. This brings us to the most hopeful part of the verse. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. The original Hebrew word for moved is mirishvet, This isn't a frantic or random movement. It's a gentle, nurturing action. It means to hover, to vibrate, or to brood, much like a mother eagle hovering over her nest, protecting and nurturing the eggs before they hatch. Life is being prepared. This image is so powerful. It shows that before God even speaks a word of creation, His Spirit is already present, already active. The Spirit is moving over the deep, stirring the waters, preparing everything for the divine order that is about to be spoken into existence. This leads us to our third revelation. Even when you feel like absolutely nothing is happening, the Spirit of God is hovering. When you're stuck in that formless void and can't see a way out, He is there. He is gently brooding over the unformed areas of your heart, preparing you for new creation, for new light, and for new purpose. Remember this divine sequence. Before the word of command comes, the Spirit of God moves. The preparation always comes before the manifestation. So, when we put it all together, Genesis 1:2-2 reveals a beautiful, divine pattern for renewal that is still at work today. It goes like this. First, there is chaos, the void, the darkness, the confusion in our lives. Second, there is the silent presence. The Spirit hovers, unseen, but always active, preparing the way. And third, there is the Word. God speaks, "Let there be light," and transformation begins. Order comes from chaos. Life springs from emptiness. This is exactly how God renews your mind and your spirit. Every dark season is not a punishment. It's an invitation for the Spirit to come and move. And every movement of the Spirit is preparing you for a new word from God, a new creation in your life, a new and brilliant light to break through your darkness. So, let's land on this deep, core, spiritual insight. Genesis 1:2 is not just a history lesson about the beginning of the world. It's a timeless blueprint for the beginning of every transformation in your personal life. It teaches us that before God creates something new outwardly in your circumstances, He first hovers inwardly in your spirit. Before light shines on your path, it must first shine within your heart. So, if you're in that place of formlessness and darkness today, take heart. You are in a holy space. You are on the verge of a new beginning. The Spirit of God is still hovering over the deep places of your soul, vibrating with creative energy, just waiting for the Word of God to bring forth light, order, and a beautiful new creation in you. Your Genesis 1:2 moment is not your final destination. It is your starting point. Thank you so much for joining me for this deep dive. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content that explores the depths of faith. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever experienced a Genesis 1-2 season? Share your story. It might be the encouragement someone else needs to hear. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.